Welcome back to the 30-Day Reset Business Challenge. I'm your host, Sabrina Merriman. Welcome to day number 10 of our Reset Business Challenge. Yay! Today we'll be figuring out what legal structure is best for you. But before we get into our lesson, don't forget your daily priority challenges. You remember? Prayer, affirmation, meditation. Don't forget to eat a healthy breakfast, and don't forget to get a little bit of exercise in. Walk up them stairs, go ahead and jog around a little bit, stretch out some, get the blood flowing, get that mind thinking. Then you go ahead, make sure you check those emails. There's some people that wrote you and you haven't written them back yet, so go ahead and respond. Go ahead and make those phone calls, place those orders. You've been holding off way too long. Place those orders for your business. And don't forget to advertise for your social media, on social media for your business. You cannot forget to do that. And make sure you do it at high traffic time. Pre-schedule it. Hey, that's the easiest way to go. Now we done got our daily priorities out of the way. Let's go on into our lesson for today. I'm going to take my time and talk about it a little bit because I want you to get a clear understanding about business structures when it comes to your business. Okay? And now if you want an explanation and a breakdown of all the legal structures that are available, you can go ahead and email me. The link will be in the description box, and I will send you a free packet of giving you descriptions of what the legal entities are and things that you may need to go with that legal entity. Alright, so okay, talk over structures like corporation, LLC, sole proprietorships with your attorney and accountant. They are going to help you make the best decision for yourself if you feel like you can't make it by doing your own personal research. They will help you come up with the best course of action for your business. Okay, so make sure you talk to them. Now we're going to talk about incorporating your name. Incorporate your business name. We talked about getting your domain name on the last lesson, but now we're talking about incorporating the names. This makes you a legal entity, all right? You can go to your local state SCC to file online and apply for your identification number, and you can also do that at www.irs.gov. Those are two things that you're going to be doing together when you incorporate your business name, because it's super important. Your EIN number, I'm going to break that down just a little bit later on in the lesson, but you're going to need that as well because it's for tax purposes, okay? All right, investigate and apply for your business license. You may need one. If not, several businesses and licenses for your startup, depending on the industry which you are located. So the best thing to do is to look up, do some research in your local state to see if you need a business license for that particular business. All right, you can call down to the courthouse in your state, in your area, and find out if you need one. All right, most licenses are at the state and local level. Here in the United States, the SBA.gov has helpful business licenses and permit tools. So that's a good place to go to learn more about your business license. Now I want to just go ahead and talk a little bit about the different entities and what you may think that is best for you. So I'm going to start off by talking about a sole proprietor. What is a sole proprietorship? Sole proprietorship, also known as a sole tradership. Individual entrepreneur or proprietorship is a type of enterprise owned and ran by one person in which there is no legal distinction between the owner and the business entity. All right, let me get that information to you in some layman's term. So sole proprietorship, that's you. You are considered the business. Okay? When you have a business entity that is a separate business like a corporation or an LLC, because it has certain protection against it. Being that you are sole proprietor and you become the business, there's no legal protection for you in the business, because if something happens, then people will be able to come after you to sue you because you are the business. So that is something that you want to take into consideration. It may have the simplest tax rights when you write off things of that nature, but you have to see if it's worth the risk and how big your business is going to grow. Because if you grow your business really, really huge, you may want to consider not being a sole proprietor, because you don't want to take on the responsibility of anything that may happen. So take that into consideration. A sole proprietorship is you are the business, you take on the liability of the business, okay? All right, now let's go into what a LLC is. An LLC is a formal business structure in the United States that offer personal liability protection of a corporation, limiting the extent of which a member can be personally liable and obligated for the business. And remember that the word is limiting. It's not completely not liable, but it limits the liability on you as a person, and it puts it on the business. Okay? LLCs has a specific allowances related to taxes and flexible in management and a taxation of a sole proprietorship or partnership. Okay, so even with an LLC, you have a Schedule C on your taxes that you're able to do your taxes with, but it still serves as kind of like a I don't want to say sole proprietorship, but it's still on your personal taxes. You still file it with your personal taxes, okay? All right. So let's go on. An operating agreement should be in place along with filing the articles of organizations with the Secretary of State. All right, so I'll go in and tell you about what an operating agreement is as well as we go on. A corporation, a business structure entity that is which the owner or shareholders are taxed separately from the entity. So it is totally different from you and the business. You are two separate entities. You are not together. So if something was to happen to the business and someone wanted to sue you in the business, it can't touch you personally. They sue the business. EIN number is a unique identification number assigned by the IRS to a business entity operating in the United States for identification purposes. So you also will have an EIN number when you have a corporation, because an EIN number, I say in layman's term, it's like a business social security number. You know how your identification comes with you, and a social security number is associated with your life, when you was born, and everything about you and everything. Well, an EIN number is like a social security for the business. It's the meat of the business. It tells about all the business finances and the money that is made, and is reported to the IRS. So it helps you with getting business loans, and all of that comes along with it. All right. So a corporation is formed under the United States by filing the articles of incorporation with the state. The state must generally date stamp the articles before it is effective. So when you apply for your corporation, it is stamped on the date that you apply for it and get approved with it, and that is the date that your corporation has started. Okay? General partnership. What is a general partnership? A business arrangement by which two or more individuals agree to share in all assets, profits, and financial and legal liabilities of jointly owned business. In general partnership, partners agree to unlimited liability, meaning liabilities are not capped and can be paid through the seizure of an owner's asset. So remember, when you have a general partnership and it's not a legal entity like an LLC or a corporation, you can personally have your assets attacked. you and your partners or the individuals that are included in the general partnership. All right, so let's talk about the operation agreement. An operation agreement is a key document used by the LLC because it outlines the business, financial, and functional decisions, including rules and regulations and provisions. So when you have your operational agreement, it is basically who is all in charge of your business. It's the CEO, the CFO, the owner, the manager, the secretary, everyone and their description of what they do in the business. It's everyone that's a part of the business that you have put in there. Okay, the purpose of this document is to govern the internal operations of the business in any way that suits the specific needs of the owner. So it's just a basic detail of how the business is running, who's running what part of the business. Okay guys, so that is an LLC, a corporation, a general partnership, and a sole proprietorship, along with the information of knowing what an EIN number. So I want you guys to take out the opportunity to go ahead and order the free package from me. The email will be in the description below. I will send it out to you with no problem. You can go ahead and see what fits your business the best, or you can go ahead and call your lawyer or your accountant to talk to them about it and find out if what's best for your business based on what you're trying to do. Okay guys, thank you for tuning in to day number 10, and I can't wait to see you on day number 11. And remember, never let them see you sweat.